It's an interesting question.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question.
Did I put way too much thought into that question?
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Guys, an honor. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you.
Thanks, man. You have a great voice.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I took non-regional diction. I used to have a southern accent, so,
Really?
so just to kind of get rid of that.
I would like you to meet ARES, the ultimate soldier.
Jared, ARES is, throughout this film, he's looking for permanence. For ARES, it means not disintegrating after 29 minutes. I'd love to know what an actor's equivalent to that word means. What does it mean for an actor to find permanence in this industry?
It's an interesting question. I don't think it's possible. I mean, I think that's one of the beautiful things about the business, also one of the challenging things about the business and maybe any business in every life is the impermanence of life. So he's in a sense struggling what we all struggle with, but coming from a world where he has some permanence, until they pull the plug. So, 29 minutes is a pretty short amount of time. He's pretty efficient, though, and makes good use of it. But it is an interesting question to think about.
A malfunctioning program who wants to live. Why is that? It's just a feeling. Fascinating.
Nothing's guaranteed out there. And what I do think it did in this film is it provided a certain amount of intensity and drama and a limit to what was possible and a reason to want to continue to move forward and to experience life a little bit more, because ARES is on a journey. He starts as one type of being and then kind of evolves into another. But a really good question.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Got
Guys,
me thinking.
Give me the wrap. Can I ask one quick nerdy question? Oh,
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Are you left-handed?
What's funny is I'm actually ambidextrous.
The reason I was going to ask that, because I'm left-handed, so I felt like I saw you at the end when you were writing the letter that I thought ARES is writing with his left hand, and I felt like that would, in theory, have to be a story choice because it means he would have to have been programmed as having been left-handed. I was wondering if that was something. Is that nerdy? Is that stupid? I just thought like.
I can tell you why, but it's less complicated than that.
Okay. Did I put way too much thought into that question?
It was just where the light came from.
Oh no! I was so proud of that.
That's a very, very good catch.
It's a good catch, though.
Watch it. One of my favorite pieces of movie trivia is that the original '82 Tron, I'm sure you guys know this, disqualified by the Academy for the special effects Oscar because they said using computers was cheating.
It's considered cheating.
It was cheating, exactly.
Unbelievable.
Holy cow.
I did not know that.
If you could, in a fun, hypothetical way, go back in time, talk with some of those guys, what would you tell those Academy members? What would you say to them?
Oh my God, how to even describe what's coming?
Sorry, I just had to process all of that.
I know, it's a
took me
hard
long
thing to
time.
think about.
I'm having a hard time explaining it right now.
It
how
sounds
to
good.
explain that to the Academy back then. I mean, I don't know.
What's interesting with that is that now that the original Tron is kind of like the holy grail, in VFX circles, and we got to work with our Industrial Light and Magic for this movie, and you can just see like how everyone wants to work on it because the original Tron meant so much to the VFX community when it came out.
I would tell the Academy to just wait and then just really look at it because it's a painstaking process to make a single shot.
Yeah.
So it
takes an equal amount of talent.
Yeah, just in a different platform. It's really an art form, truly.
Because in the third movie, they make even more advances in terms of the tech and the special effects.
This is pretty exceptional CGI, but also the balance between practical and CGI feels like it's a really good mix, and so it feels like you're actually watching something real. It doesn't feel like it's all digitalized, which is a talent in and of itself.
It was a new technology back then, and I understand and to be on theme here, like what AI is today. We need to have a proper way of looking at it and evaluate and have some guardrails and all of that. So things will always take time before we get there. But obviously, looking back at it now, it seems silly, but that's how it was.
You think you're in control of this? You're not.
So much of this movie is about the value of not following directive. Like, we're all told in our life, do this thing, follow this order. But what happens when we say no and go in a different direction? I'd love to know, over the course of your careers, what was a role you were told to take, a direction you were told, something you were told to do in your career where you said, I'm not going to do that thing, and you're actually grateful that you didn't do it?
Oh, that's dangerous.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question.
That's a little dangerous. I mentioned publicly before a couple things that I had said no to that I then regret saying publicly that I said no to because somebody said yes to it. And me saying no is not a pejorative commentary on its worth, which it can be taken as being if you bring it up.
I'm still trying to figure that out. It's a hard thing to keep on honing in on your gut instinct about things, and to be true to yourself and to actually know what it is that you want is like a moving target for sure.
Was there maybe a piece of direction? Was like being told, a director saying, hey, maybe play the role this way or say
Oh yeah, how about walk 3 steps behind David Duchovny?
Oh, wow.
Actually told that?
Yeah.
For what reason?
What do you think? Anyway.
A malfunctioning program who wants to live. Why is that? It's just a feeling. Fascinating.
Allow me just to geek out about going back to the OG Tron grid.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the moment that it happened in the theater went nuts.
Oh.
I'd love to know what those days felt different for you as an actor, as a storyteller, when you got to go back to the OG grid, when you got to go toe-to-toe with Jeff Bridges. How did that feel different than the rest of the film you guys were shooting?
I mean, again, there's, in my mind, I think in our mind, there's not really it's almost impossible to think about the Tron movie without Jeff Bridges. But this whole notion of going back to the original grid to send ARES back into the 1982 grid was something that we all wanted. It's an homage to the original film. I think like making it was some of the most fun that I've ever had as a filmmaker on any movie, and everybody around was also so nostalgic about it, like how we worked throughout with the Industrial Light and Magic, how we filmed it with Bridges and Jared, together. And then I just saw it coming together over time, obviously, because obviously these are huge and vast spaces, and creating almost like the hand-painted, light lines like they did in the original one. And it was just a complete, pinch my arm kind of honor, to be honest.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.